Hi guys, and welcome to my training. Um, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for the background noise. We are camping on the river in Oklahoma, so if you do hear all the noise back there, I'm sorry. Today we are gonna go over crafting compelling quotes, and my name is Haley Watkins. I have been with Archer for about 9-10 months now. I'm with Team Freedom, and I am a trainer, mentor, and travel booker. So welcome. It's nice to meet you guys. So I use Google Sheets to do my quotes. I know some people do Google Docs and all that, and I'm going to use Expedia and Vax to kind of show you how to build quotes as well, okay? So what I have here is a couple of quotes that I have done to kind of show you how I set mine up. I also have a quote spreadsheet that I created, and I just go over here and click on it when I'm building a new quote and came off, and then make a copy, and then I'll just name it. So I already have my quotes set up each time I go in to make it, and it saves me time having to build one. So my basic spreadsheet, I have the invoice looking quote section, and then I have the detail sections, and this is the spreadsheet one, so it's not filled in. And then I just delete the ones that I don't need. Some examples. Let's go with this one first. Oh, wait, that's an invoice. Wrong one. All right, let's go with this one. So, this is a rental car, and I give them 3 options of their quotes. So this is what my rental car quotes look like for all 3. This one is a camping one that I just done. And then camping one, we did not have the supply. So hold on one second. All right. So what I did is I added an instant commission for it. So as you can see, I provide information on each campsite. And then since it was a 2-party camping trip, that's why it says you only have to pay half, because there's 2 different quotes that I built. And then let's look at a couple more real quick. And then this one is a Bora Bora honeymoon that I did. So I did beach bungalow and over water because she wanted to know the different prices in each. And it has everything that I would want to know if I was going to book something. And would you guys please stay muted until the end? And then I will let you guys unmute for questions, okay? So as you can see, I provide pictures. I provide things to do, restaurants, if there's a shuttle, everything that the supplier gives me, basically, I give them. I do give them the name and everything else. I know some people say that they don't do that. I do, because I have a service or professional service fee I charge. So I've always been paid. So if they take the information I give them and go book it themselves, I've made a little bit of money off of it. And then the itinerary, this is something I do where I map out things for them to do, and then I build a calendar for them. I do camping, yes. I do not have a training video on that yet, but I can do one. It's also under instant commissions. So if you want, you can attend some of those and kind of get an idea of the instant commissions. And then I've already got next month's out, but the month after that, I can do a camping one. Okay. And then let's look at one more quote, I think is what I have pulled up. Yeah. So, and then this one is a flight versus train. So I have, the flight and then the train. And I have all the flight information here. I just did it all in one. And then the train leaves in two different areas. So that's why I have two trains. So one lives out of Little Rock and one leaves out a little further south in Arkansas. Because my client was leaving from Arkansas to go to Chicago. So this is my train. And that's kind of how I set it up. I did do another quote training. It's on my YouTube. And I actually built a quote spreadsheet. Let me see if I can find it, and I can put it in the chat if I can find it. And all you'll do is make a copy of it. Let's see now. Actually might be in my other one. Let me check real quick. So I can get you guys that built up quote. Mission tracking. So I am in the right place. Quote template. Here we go. So this is one I built on another training. So I'm not going to build one on this training, but I'll kind of go through briefly how to build one. And then I can put this one in the chat for you guys. So you guys just make a copy of it. Like I said, just go file, make copy. And then you name it, and then you make copies of that copy you have. Okay, so you're welcome, Richard. Cassandra, my quotes, I have a set base quote for each of my things that I went through, and I'm like, okay, how much work am I going to put into this? How many hours am I going to spend? And what fee do I want to how much of my fee do I want? I usually do about 60 is my baseline. If it's family friends, I won't charge them as much. If it's a difficult client, I might charge them a little more. I just kind of base my fees off of different things. So linking them to your Canva, I'm not sure. But as far as Square, I use Square's invoice, but I use this for my quote sheet. And I'm not familiar with it linking it to my Square, but you can get for the website, you can put the link on the Square online website. That I know you can do. And then you can download it onto Canva, but I'm not quite sure how. You would have to probably save it to your computer and then save it onto your Canva template. It is Google Docs or Google Sheets. So if you have a Google email, it's free to use. And then you can also put it on your Google Forms or Jot Forms if you want to. And how you do the link is you go over here to share. And then this lets a certain person have access. And then down here, you can set it for anyone has a link, or you can restrict it. And then you can also put, are they editors, commenters, or viewers? And then you can copy the link and send them the link. Travify and Travel Joy, I don't know a whole lot about those. I haven't really got into those, but I do know there is people that have trainings out there. I think Jody Corency, if I said her name. I don't think I said her last name right, but I know she does Travify. So you'll have to reach out to your mentor and find some trainers that actually know about that, because I don't know enough to tell you guys on that. So let me get this quote or this link to you guys in the chats. All right, and then just make a copy of it when it pops up, and that's your quote sheet to use. If you want to do this, if you guys want to use Travify or Travel Joy to do your quotes, or you can do email quotes, especially with fax, which I'll show you in a minute, and then stuff like that. You guys are more than welcome. This is your business, and you guys get to decide what you want to do and how you want to do your quotes and stuff like that. This is just one of the ways that I like. I think it's very professional. I've already got my template laid out, and I like how it gives them a base invoice looking quote and then has all the details of it as well. So, and then let's go into Expedia. tab, and then all right. So I'm just gonna pull something up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, two travelers, and let's go to Destin. Why not? All right. I am on the river, so I'm in the water moon. All right, we're just gonna pull up this first one right here to save some time. So, um, how I start with my quotes is I go and I pick my room first. So, I have already qualified my client at this time. I know what they're wanting in their room and all that. I'm gonna say, since we're doing a couple, they're gonna most likely want one bed, and the pool view is pretty cool. So let's use this one. So you go to reserve. All right. So it gives you all your information right here that you need for your quote. Right here. So I will just copy and paste the information in my, I don't want to use the template. Let me make a copy real quick. And I can just delete it later. Okay, so I start with my detail section. So I start with this is can be amenities, it can be your flights or your rental or what you want. I just make different ones because it's easier that way for me. And then I can just delete what you want, which ones I'm not using. And I already have little things on here like checkout time, check-in time, amenities, ideas of things that I want to put on it already on my template so that I can get an idea right off the back of what I want to put. And this was when I was newer. I really kind of already know what all I'm going to put on there, but it is a nice little reminder. So I'll go through and I'll just copy and paste it and I'll just put them wherever. And then I will later on make it nicer looking. Let's get rid of some of these real quick. Extra tabs. All right. And then we want the total price. Actually, let's do this whole price breakdown. Paste it. And then I will go here. Actually, let's do this one. Okay. Make it a little nicer. And a lot of times I will break the prices. Like I'll come through here and put this in the next one. So I'll cut this out. Let's do this. And then just do that. Make it a little bit bigger. And it does take some time. That's why I like that I already have the template set up. All right, almost there. I will also look up the place and get their actual website so that they can actually check out that hotel too. 1 second, I see the chat. Give me a minute and I will answer the question in it. Oh, wrong one. Okay. And then I like to go here and change the color. And that way it stands out more. Who do I book through the most? I use it depends. I do use Expedia when I first started the most, Expedia and Vax. Now I do book with some that aren't suppliers, like my camping trips and stuff like that. And I use Evo Plus a lot now. I really like that instant commission. Biggest commissions, it really depends on your package, what your how much your price is, and the price of your accommodation, rental car, and stuff like that. So it just depends, and also it depends on how much they're spending on their vacation too. So I really like using Expedia for like the small town stuff because they're harder to find on Vax. A lot of the small town places you can't find on Vax, and Vax have like the bigger cities. So at first Expedia was only 50% commission and Vax was 80%, but now Expedia Tap is 80%. So I would go by, I would just do your research and go by which one's more friendly user to you and which one you like using the most. Okay. And then, so you want to go back, checkout time. Information. All right. And then the amenities, the restaurants and stuff like that, well, it won't give you on this page. I usually go back at this point. Sorry, it's slow out here. And then this is where you get your pictures. You can copy and paste them. So I like to get one. You get to at least 2 or 3 photos. Second. It's not letting me. No, don't do that. All right, hold on a second. That didn't quite work. Why does it keep putting it in the keeps putting it in the cell is what it's doing, and I like it over the cell. It is a little bit harder copying. We're gonna do a different one because it wants to be a pain in the butt trying to copy and paste it. All right. So another way you can do it besides copying and pasting is downloading it. Some of them they don't download and you can't use, but some of them you can. And you go to insert, cell, or sorry, not cell, insert image over cells. Oh, it won't let me do that one. So try another one. And you want to make sure you're getting the exact room You don't want to show them a room that um isn't the room that you're quoting them, if that makes sense. I don't think that one will work either. It saved it as the same one as the other one, as a web file. Yep. All right. All right. Copy. Let's try this one more time. No, it's not the image. I don't know why it's not working. But usually the copy paste does work, guys. Um, okay. So, outside of Evo Plus, what other instant commission sites do you gives you sweet deals? Profit Agility. I just started working with them. They have resort weeks. So Evo Plus and Profit Agility are the only suppliers that I work with on instant commission. The rest of my instant commission is for people we are not suppliers with. So like my camping trips, my float trips, stuff like that that I do. We aren't suppliers with those people, so I just do instant commission on that. And I will do a camping trip instant commission one. Um, I haven't used Etsy. Unisplash I have, or I don't know, think I said that, but I have used them. I use Pixabay a little bit more, but when I'm actually doing for marketing, but when I'm doing my actual quotes, I want to pull from the supplier because that way I'm making sure I'm getting the right one. Yes, you can integrate them with Google Forms. You just copy the link and put them on. But so, and then anyway, so I go and I put like three pictures. I put the link, I do the star rating so they know what our suppliers rating them. And then of course I do the price breakdown and if there's any cancellation fees. No, 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 babe. Sorry. So that's how I do that. Vax real quick is a little bit easier because they will email you guys a quote. I don't suggest doing that. Hold on one second. Let me stop the sharing so I don't have, not sharing, sorry. Let me stop the recording. No, it's not pulling my thing up. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. Let me stop the recording real quick so I don't give out our IATA number. So bear with me for a second because this is recorded. I do put all my trainings on my YouTube. All right, so let's get back on here. Please go. No, please go. All right, so there's my YouTube link, you guys. And I was not able to get into Vax for this training. I do, like I told the people who are live, I do have another training on quotes. And there is actually the quote sheet is in that one. So it is, these are all my trainings. Let's see. Quote sheet guide right here. So it's kind of like this training. It is a little bit different. I just wanted to do this training again because I know a lot of people weren't able to make my lives last time. So I want to be able to get you guys in and get your questions answered. And then back to my quote sheets for the template. After I get this one set up, and I'll put the name of the place here. I'm just going to put Destin for training purposes. Destin. I go ahead and move it over here and put them in my lines for my numbers that they are. So I'll put like, we're gonna name it Destin. And then I'll put the price. I'll put room info, and then that's it. Or actually, I did that backwards. I put the price and then the name is how I do it. So, and then I fill it out like that. Archer Go, I haven't really used that yet. I need to actually look into that. I recommend doing the quote sheets just because that's what I prefer. I like the layout of it. I think that they, like I said, they look, once you mess around with them and stuff, they look professional. It gives them all the information they need. But I know people that use Google Docs for their quotes or that uses Travelify, Traveljoy, or email for their quotes. So it's really what you prefer. I did Google Docs for a little bit before I come up with the sheet layout. So it's really up to you guys. And then that's the wrong one. So like I said, after you play around with it and you get it set up, this is my end result after a while of setting it up and messing with it and getting it exactly how I want it. And I move the pictures around and I don't put everything the same way every time, but I really think I've gotten a lot of feedback too on how professional these look, and how they're chock full of information. It really lets them decide that, this is the one I want. And how I do it is I take their budget. She wanted this one. It was over their budget they gave me, but she wanted it, so I put it on there. And then I put one that was closer to her budget and one that was a little under her budget because their budget was like 9,000, I think, or something like that, or just a little over 8,000. So, that's why I do three because I don't want someone just picking one for me. I kind of look at it like, how would I want my quotes given to me and stuff if I was booking? So that's kind of how I came up with mine. Thank you, and thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And this will be on my YouTube. Like I said, I'm at the river, so it probably won't be up till Sunday, honestly. But it will be put up, and then you guys can access my other ones as well. If you guys have any other questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. If you want to see any other quotes, if you want to see how I do my train one, I actually got that picture off of Pixabay. And it's pixabay.com, and it's another free, oh, that's not the one. It's another free picture site. Where's my, oh, it's train. So, and when I have multiple ones, I do different descriptions and different layouts so they can see and look at it and it's, organized. But yeah, so my pictures for my trains, I got that off of Pixabay. I just Googled train, or not Google trains, but I put trains in their search bar. So yeah. So these ones are royalty free. You can donate. That's why I like this one better than the other ones, is because you have ones that cost mixed in with the free ones. This one puts Shutterfly I think it's the one they use at the very top, and then all the free ones are at the bottom. So let's just do vacation. And then we got a little bit more time. So I can kind of go over a setup for a camping one too, if you guys want to see it. So you just pick a picture. That one's pretty. And download it. And then it gives you it's downloaded and it gives you option to donate to the artist. No, I said Google, but I meant Pixabay. I looked up trains on Pixabay for the picture. I work with I think Railroad Bookers is who we work with, and Amtrak's, I think, as I said that right. So, and Amtrak's has two. They have the vacation one, and those are like the land cruises, and then they have their other one that's for just to and from. No problem. Sorry, I made it confusing in the first place. So let's look at a let's build a camping one real quick. You do get commission from Antrax. They are one of our suppliers, so they're not an instant commission one. The camping one I'm about to do is instant commission. It just depends on if you are doing like the vacation ones, they'd be like a cruise. But it's more like a land cruise. So for your clients that like kind of want the cruise experience but are afraid of the ocean, that's where I directed my my train client is she wanted like this cruise experience, but she's definitely afraid of the ocean and not being able to see land. So I was like, well, you know, I do have these options of these land cruises. There's an 8-day one to what was it, Grand Canyon, and she was like, oh, I'm sold. So it's kind of just, you know, it's all about the lucracy of this business is all about your clients. What kind of clients are you bringing into you and what kind of travel you want to sell? So, but I've only done one train so far, but I did just get into train. So I haven't promoted it a whole lot. So the ones that you guys want to do, the vacations you want to sell and do packages and book and stuff are the ones you're going to want to market the most. All right. So let's do what is it? Oh, Eagle Bluff. This is where I'm at. So we'll pull up Eagle Bluff. So I look at campsites. I find out what river they want to go on or what river is close to them. And then I just search campgrounds around them or around that territory. And then I go through here like I'm going to book. Where's their campgrounds? Home. Everything. I think I went too fast and passed it. I did this one on my phone. So it's a little different setup on the actual web. And then, no, let's see. Book now. There we go. Right at the top. Hello. All right. So let's do camping. Let's do family. And then they did primitive. So that's without electric. You go through, you pick your dates, say 2 nights. And then you pick your, a lot of them will have you pick which one you want. So you get to pick your campground, add it. And then they do charge, a lot of them actually do charge per person too. So you have to put how many people you want. So usually after 4 people, they start charging $5 or $10. And then some don't let you have over 7 or 6, and some let you have 12. So you really got to look through and read all your terms and conditions and make sure that you're getting all the information you need for your client. And then I'll just come and copy and paste the information into my quote sheet like this one. Let me pull up the camping one again. And these are different ones. So this is not this, but so, and then I just set it up like this and I put them in there. So the instant commission part. So I decided, okay, how much do I want to make on this commission? How much time did I put into these quote sheets? You know what I mean? Because the booking is simple. Once you're booked, you're done. Most of the work for the camping is your quote sheets, building it. Especially for me, I take my time on them and I like them looking nice. So my admin fee, that's my instant commission. You can name that wholesale price, professional service fee. I mean, you get to name what they want. Sometimes I put wholesale price, sometimes I put admin fee. So that was my commission on this booking. And I added that in. And so how I got that commission is when I called in to book and go over their quote with them, and then they booked with me then. I told them there's going to be 2 charges. There's going to be the admin fee and then the price for without the admin fee. And I charge the admin fee to my Square account. And then I charge the other one, obviously, their card, obviously, to the campsite. So there'll be 2 charges on the account. And I just let them know ahead of time. I'm very clear with them. You know, there is an admin fee for me using the supplier, or anything like that. Service fee, wholesale fee, stuff like that. So I just make it clear that there's going to be 2 separate charges. So that's how I do my instant commissions and how I do my camping. So Any questions? So you can have it on the same invoice. Um, well, you don't really set up an invoice for your booking. So that's kind of the difference with it. But with Sheets, you can put multiple tabs on an invoice. So if you already have a tab set up, you can copy it to an existing sheet and do multiples that way. Or sorry, or you can just do the one invoice for the admin fee and then send them an email with the information from the supplier. You can do it that way. But having it all on one, I haven't learned a way. So if you do, let me know. Especially when you have to do the separate charges when there's instant commission, because there's no way to charge. You don't want to charge the whole amount to your Square and then pay with your card. That'd be the only way to do it. And I wouldn't advise that. I would definitely use their card twice. So oh, an outline. I'm sorry, I did see that and I forgot. Let me see if I have an outline of my fees. I've kind of messed around with them and I change them all the time too. So let me see if I have mine outline. So, oh, so what I mean when I was talking about if they book, so if I give them these quote informations and they go and they book it themselves, my professional fee that they pay before I got the quote is how I still make my money. Because of course, if they don't book, we don't make commission. So that's how what I was saying is I charge that fee so that if they do go and book somewhere else by themselves with somebody else, I still make money for the time I put in for my quotes. I even have a charge. Yes, the charge is up front, the service fee. Not all of it, just the service fee. Let me see if I can find my prices here. If not, I can pull up my website and we can look it up there. Yeah, let's do that. Let me pull up my website. So this is my solo page. It has all my links. I know some people use Milkshake. I just heard of that. I'm actually looking into that. And then I know some people use Linktree. I use Linktree before Solo 2. I just kind of like Solo 2's setup with the free. So this is my site. So let's go to shop all. And then so cruises, I do 100. Disney 100, honeymoons 80, family vacations 80. My bailouts are a little bit different. My bailouts are I kind of took an event planner into booking travel, so I do like dates and anniversary getaways and stuff like that. So those are my bailouts. It's just kind of an added feature I added. So I do accommodations are 60, flights are 60, activities and entertainment 40. So these are kind of my price outline. I'm almost done, babe. And as you can see, camping is usually 60. Um, travel by bus, excursion. So this is my layout. You guys can go to my solo page and check these out a little bit later if you want to. I can put that in the chat as well. Yes, these are prices that I charge before I do the quote. So I send them my inquiry form. Let me show you what that looks like. And go back to solo too if it will. Yeah. So my inquiry form at the very bottom lets them know. Oh, well, let me show you this way. Um, let me. It won't let me show you without filling it out. So I'm gonna go through it this way and show you guys what I'm talking about. So on my jot form, yeah, and you can use Google Forms. Jot forms only lets you have 5 on the free one. So let's just do this one. At the very bottom on here, I have where they have to acknowledge that I'm going to charge them a fee before I do their quote. And I get this form, I get an email when they fill this form out, and I send them an invoice of that off my Square account, an invoice of that form, or sorry, invoice of that booking for my professional fee. Or Square also lets you send a payment link. So for that accommodation, if that's what they were doing, I can send them a payment link from my website on my online store Square, and they can just pay that way. So it makes it a little bit easier, and I don't have to worry about an invoice. So it just depends on how busy I am. I prefer Jot form just because I like the layouts better. I like how you can have the background picture, but Google Forms lets you have more. So I honestly use both. I use Jot form for the ones that I send my clients and Google Forms for the ones that I use. So, any other questions before we end the day? I got some questions coming in. So just a second. Yes. So I go and I find the campsites myself and book them and then charge the instant commission. Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. If you do have any last questions, throw them in the chat. I'm just gonna um yeah, so they acknowledge I send them my inquiry form first on Google Forms. Google Forms has a setup that like this one too. All this is the checkbox one. So all I did was use, let me see. It's not down here. Single choice is what it's called. So I just clicked on single choice. I typed it out and then I put I acknowledge. Yes, no matter how much the campsite is, I just charge my one fee for my instant commission. You're welcome. All right, guys. I'm gonna get off here and get back to camping and enjoying the water. And you guys have a great day, and I hope you're out enjoying the day as well. And you are welcome, and I appreciate you guys joining. Thank you, guys. I appreciate